Morning, everyone. You guys hear me? Hi, good morning. My name is Chris. I'm the CEO and co-founder of DevTeam. I'd like to share my first 10 years as an entrepreneur. I have a confession to make. I never set out to be an entrepreneur. It wasn't my first choice. I don't even trust myself as an entrepreneur. Please keep this in mind, the magic word, trust. But I hope my journey to entrepreneurship will somehow help or inspire someone in this room, maybe in the future, through the recorded video. I didn't grow up in a rich family. Yung tatay ko, tricycle driver. Yung nanay ko, naglilinis ng house, naghugas ng pinggan, doing their laundry so that we could make ends meet. I saw firsthand what struggle looked like and what sacrifice meant. Tatay ko, pag kumakain kami, he always says the same thing over and over again. Sabi niya, wala akong ipapamana sa inyong kayamanan. But, here's one thing I can promise you, igapang namin ng pag-aaral nyo para makatapos kayo. Kapag nakatapos kayo, ang importance ng education, ito ang kayamanan na sino man hindi mananakaw sa inyo. I learned that no one was going to hand me a better life. But if I wanted one, I have to build it. Before I was a business owner, I was a developer, a builder. I love coding. I love solving problems. I love creating solutions and systems. In my first years of working, I could create, code, develop for 20 hours straight every single day. It didn't feel like a job for me, but I really enjoy it. Weird, right? I think I found my passion in programming and development. But if you combine that with the grit I got from life, it became a powerful force and one of my greatest advantages in business. With the rise of outsourcing firms in 2010, I worked alongside with talented developers of the Philippines, in the Philippines. Filipino developers, people who could build and support, maintain multi-million-dollar companies and brands. Hindi nga ako makapaniwala eh. Fortune 500 companies and 90% of their developers are Filipinos. Now there's a reason why foreign businesses trusted us. How they relied on our technical skills to build their enterprises, their tech solutions. It became clear to me that the Philippines wasn't just a cheap labor market. We have world-class talent. So that sparked two things in me. One is take control of my own future and secure financial freedom, while showcasing the Filipino talent on global stage. So we started a company. But starting a business wasn't all glamorous. So we had no investors. We have no capital. With just our skills and time. I worked part-time on business after office hours and on weekends, bootstrapping every step of the way. We also knew that we couldn't compete with the large UK enterprises and businesses and agencies. But we saw two massive gaps in the UK e-commerce market. Number one, nobody wanted to be a support agency. No one wanted to take on rescue projects. No one wanted to take on hacked websites. And also, the other one, that the UK had a major shortage of developers. Businesses were struggling to find skilled talent. So we focused on filling these gaps. And slowly, it started to work. There's a moment in every entrepreneur or entrepreneur's journey when things start to shift. But for us, it's when we hit our first 10 million peso in sales. We're also employing full-time roles left and right in the UK and in the Philippines. That was when we realized we weren't just surviving anymore. We have a business. But having a Filipino company also means having Filipino challenges. As Ms. Rosemary told earlier, it's not an easy ride, right? Because we have no funding. Banks require extensive collaterals. Taxes are high. And I won't dwell much on the bureaucratic red tape. Every step forward felt like a battle. But if there's one thing Filipinos are really good at, it's resilience. We knew we have to find ways around these challenges. We know how to be resourceful. We know how to be strategic. We know how to make things work, even when the system built seems against us. And for a while we did. Until that year that we almost ended everything. In 2019, we had to let go all of our employees. 2019 was the hardest year of our journey. In 2019, we made a critical mistake. We entered into a merger with a firm that didn't have our best interests at heart. They were one of the top e-commerce agencies in the UK. And on paper, it seemed like the perfect move to scale our business and create more opportunities. But the other firm pushed for closure, leaving us with no real path to recover, with no clients left and no revenue. We were forced to an unbearable decision. We had to let go all of our employees and close the business. But that day is the one I will never forget. Picture this. You're standing in front of your team like this. Your heart's pounding. And you're about to deliver the kind of news that changes life. They're all looking at you, waiting. Some hopeful, some already sensing that something was off. And then you say it. Total silence. Just silence. Some wiped away their tears. Others just sat there frozen, trying to digest everything. You could see it in their eyes. I could see it in their eyes, the disappointment, the uncertainties, that tomorrow they don't have a job, and the fear of what comes next. For me, the business was shutting down, and all I could do was stand there, feeling like I had failed the very people that put trust in me. It pushed us to the edge. The team was gone, and we have the last 500,000 peso in our bank account. Just right enough to close the books. But I decided the boldest decision of my life. With the last remaining money, 500,000 peso, I've decided to try and book a flight to the UK. No guarantees, no safety net, just a belief if I can get in front of the right people, I could still, turn things around. This wasn't a calculated business move, and as quote Sir Aldi earlier, Garcia, this was survival. But great news, it worked. It worked. When I flew back home from the UK to the Philippines, we have 2 clients. Fluid Branding and Lime Sharp. 2 companies that believed in what we could do. 2 deals that changed the course of our business. That trip was a bold gamble. And it paid off big time, not just in revenue, but in confidence that we are on the right path. Little by little, we rebuilt. One project, one task, one step at a time. Until we were able to rehire every single employee we had to let go. I also like to share the model that led to our success. It's the power of open source technology. Think of open source like a library, an open library, a public and free library of software You can pick anything you need. Pick anything you can use. You can modify it. You can improve it without any licensing costs. That's the best of it. It's free. It's yours. Data is yours. Instead of building everything from scratch, businesses can use pre-built, tested solutions, allowing you to develop faster, save money, and launch products quickly. Here's an advantage many people don't talk about as well, that the Philippines has the deepest understanding of Western markets in Asia. We grew up exposed to the Western media, the culture, the lifestyle, the sports, the music, the beer, the liquor, right? We understand the nuances of how these markets operate, think, and operate. That makes us more than just a service provider. It makes us a strategic partner. Today, our client list reflects that. I would name drop a certain leading European football club, but the licensing cost would cost us £3 million before I can say them. Maybe if you guys have £3 million in your pocket, maybe Richard could chip in. But for now, I could leave that to your imagination. We are no longer just an outsourced talent. We are a global team. 10 years in, these are the lessons I've learned the hard way. The people over everything. A great product or idea means nothing without the right people. Hire wisely and invest in your people. Quitting is an option. You can always quit, anytime, anywhere. But pushing through will set you apart. And most people just quit just before the breakthrough. And the ones who keep going, even on tough times, are the ones who succeed. Next one is culture. It's non-negotiable. Culture shapes how people work, solve problems, and support each other. The right team will push you forward, and the wrong people will drain you. So surround yourself with people that challenge you, bring solutions, and make the company better. Now, if I could go back to day one and talk to myself, this is what I would say. No. No, no, no. You have to say no more often. Second one is you can't do it all. You need help, and that's okay. The last one for me, with the magic word, is trust. Trust yourself. Trust yourself earlier. You know more than you think. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just my story. It's a story of a company that refused to give up. A story of a Filipino talent proving itself on the global stage. And it's just the beginning. Thank you.